What's up, Kiki crew and future kikiers? Welcome to Leah DTV, where we kiki about reality TV. If you love TV and want to joke and laugh about all the drama you see, hit that subscribe button, baby, and get comfy. Tonight, we will be reviewing Love During Lockup, The Secret Stash. I'm not gonna lie, Love During Lockup is becoming one of my favorites. I don't know, it's just like a different vibe with them, and I'm feeling it. I like it a lot. So, we start off, we see Indy. She's begging Harry basically not to disappoint her because, as we saw with last episode, she told her family that she's moving to Ohio. So she's basically saying, please don't embarrass me. Please don't have me looking like I got egg all over my face, and just be real. And we know that's not going to happen. Her mom pulls her to the side. She's like, you done crying, child? Typical black mama. So she pulls her to the side and she's like, look, I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong, okay? And you know how I am. Everybody gets investigated, period. Everybody's gonna get a PI. So she asks Indy, is she giving any money to this man? And Indy's like, well, I don't know, kind of. She's like, you know, because you tight with $1. So you know how much money you done gave him. So she's like, yeah, you know, I have to give him money because how's he going to talk to me? He'll find a way. How was he getting money before he was talking to you? Duh. She's giving this man money, and I'm just like, she needs to take a page out of Gabby book, because Gabby ain't giving them nothing, baby. If anything, they gonna be giving Gabby, okay? You gotta pimp these inmates. You don't let them pimp you. Talk about he can't talk to you. Well, then he don't need to talk then, period. She got 2 kids. She do not need to be giving this man no money. And that's what her mom said. Her mom was like, why? What kind of man will ask you for money and he know you got kids? Like, come on now. Her mom is trying to be realistic and tell her what's tea. Like, girl, you getting played. That's what these dudes do. So mom lets her know that it will be an investigation on him, okay? And when she finds out some stuff that Indy don't know, she'll bring it to her. Indy's like, well, I think you should apologize for even doing it when you don't find anything. Mom's like, I ain't apologizing for jack squiggly squat, okay? I'm a mama. And I'm going to look out for you. And period, Mom. You ain't got to apologize for trying to look out for her and she acting all dumbfounded and whatnot. Later, we see Indy. She's packing to go to Ohio, child, and she on the phone with Harry. She's asking Harry over and over. She's like, do you think I should come? He's like, I think you should, whatever eases your mind, and let your conscience be free. Okay, Q-tip, what the hell do that mean? Don't relax your mind and let your conscience be free. Babe, do you want me there or not? Because I ain't got to come. Okay? Then she asks again. She's like, well, do you want me to come? Like, I don't know. Do you want me to come? And he's like, I'm not going to say, I want you to come. I'm gonna say, I want you to be happy. What the hell? If this ain't game, I don't know what game is. From that, I was like, oh, he's full of crap, Indy. Full of it, to the top of his head. He's full of dookie, okay? Don't you go to Ohio, but I know you're gonna do it, because you done already told us you don't care what nobody say. You going to Ohio with your baby. Girl. This man is not telling you to come. We gonna be good. I got this lined up for you. Nothing. He just like, come if you want to. And the reason he not telling you to come, he don't want it to come back like, oh, I told you to come. He want to be able to throw it up in your face. Well, I ain't never tell you to come here in the first place. That's why he not saying that. Girl, you can't be this gullible. You just can't be this gullible. Meanwhile, we see her mom, and she's getting all the dirt she could get on this Harry character. She got her partner. She's like, oh, this is him. Woo, woo, woo. Let's get up everything we could get up on him and move forward from that. She also says she's going to Ohio, too. As you should, mama, because your daughter is about to make a fool out of herself. So just try to help her cope with the blow that she about to get. Moving on, let's talk about Haley and Dalton. So I found out this episode that Haley is 26. Babe, she was giving 18. I was like, damn. And she got a 6-year-old. She is very immature and young-minded to be 26 with a 6-year-old. Because you have a child, it kind of matures you a little bit faster. Not Haley, child. She gives very much, I'm 17 and a half. Like, what? Girl. So we finally did meet her son this episode. Really cute little boy. I liked his blue hair. And she is going to meet her baby father. So we find out that the reason they're not together is because he cheated on her while she was in the same house as her best friend of 10 years. Like, damn. He was trying to hurt you for real? Like, what is wrong with him too? Who does that? And in the same house? So Haley was in the next room and he was smashing the best friend in the next room. Got it, child. Okay. They are talking about Dalton in front of her son. I really didn't know why they was having such a grown-up conversation in front of that little boy, but I guess, hon. I guess. So Jared, her baby father, is looking, he trying to look out, basically. But nobody want to hear what he got to say because he ain't really do right by her either. So it's like, listen, we ain't trying to hear you, babe. Good advice, but wrong messenger. Later on, we see Haley. She's planning, I guess, a date night for herself, child, and so-called Dalton. So she brought herself some flowers, and she's making dinner. And she's doing all this for a date night by herself. It's getting weird, okay? It's giving Fatal Attraction at this point. It's like, what are you doing? And as she's cooking, she's like, the things I do for love. I said, okay, you crazy now. Now I see who you is. We see each other, okay? You crazy. And I see that. When you was giving them big buck eyes, I kind of thought you was crazy. But now I know for sure. You crazy. Dalton calls, because that's all he got to do is dial a number. And he's got a whole date night, okay? And then he plays into her psychosis by saying, oh, you made me steak? How does it taste? What? Y'all are both crazy. Y'all are Looney Tunes. Haley is being very immature on the phone. She's like, this garlic has cheese in it, and I taste the cheese. Haley, babe, no. I'm like, is she 6? She gives very immature. Wow. And I just don't see their personalities mixing at all. So after she oozes over the garlic cheese, she tells him that she's looking at houses to buy. Why she feels like she had to incorporate a man who isn't helping her buy this house at all with her plans, I don't know. But she felt the need to tell him about a house that she's buying. Girl, she needs to love herself, okay? And maybe talk to a therapist. The hell? Haley said that she also feels as though she's ready to meet Dalton's dad, okay? She found Dalton's dad on Facebook. It's giving Fatal Attraction. And now she feels as though she wants to meet him. Did Dalton ask her to do that? We don't know. Probably not. He's like, why would you do that? I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, because he's not even serious about you. So why would you go meet his dad that he don't even F with? Like, you going to meet a random father of a random man? How you know this man not a serial killer? Babe, Haley needs help, guidance. Where's her parents? Please come out. Please come out. Because Haley is doing a lot right now. Child, moving on. We meet Santiba, and she's dating Tasley. I hope I said their names right, because they both got a little different names. So, she comes in exercising and dancing with her hat to the back, child. She said, I like to make videos dancing, because I need the world to know that I dance. Okay. She recently lost 92 pounds. Good job, because I'm sure that's not an easy thing to do. Tasley is very attractive. He's cute. I think he's handsome. Okay, this is why I don't need to never go on no website, babe, because I get caught up in the mix, child. So I just review other people getting caught up in the mix. So he is handsome, though, and he's been in prison for a while. She tells us that he's in prison with the worst of the worst. But apparently he's not the worst of the worst. He's just in there with them. Okay. Make it make sense, child. Santiba says that she has sent thousands of dollars so that he can send emails. Baby, they charging to send emails now? What? She's getting scammed, but, I don't think her self-esteem is that high either. None of these people give me high self-esteem, except for my girl, Tay. Tay know that she's that girl, okay? Speaking of her, let's move on to her and Hottie. So, Tay and Hottie, they still like going back and forth. We see her and she's working. She's doing her mortician thing, okay? She's a whole mortician out here, period. Her mom had schizophrenia, and she said that with her mom being so afraid of everything, so afraid of death, it made her want to become a mortician. So her phone rings and her boss is like, who is that? Your boyfriend that's in jail? I mean, it's ringing back to back to back. And, of course, it was her boyfriend that's in jail. Big Black Hottie. He's calling. He's like, I don't know that girl. That girl is crazy. First of all, how did she get Tay's number? First off, how? How did she get her number? You know her, Hottie. Stop the games and stop the cap. They said, I can replace him tomorrow. I know that's right, sis. Get another one in rotation. Get that other big black buff one, okay? Bring him on out. Because Hottie's not giving. And he got randoms calling your phone. Child, eliminate. Eliminate the date. Moving on, let's talk about Max and Tara. So we see Max, he's looking like Johnny Bravo, and he's talking about how Tara ghosted him and he just can't believe it, and he's been going back looking at the messages like, did I say anything wrong? Did she say anything wrong? Did I offend her? Max is crazy too, low-key. He just handsome and crazy. So Max goes home, and it's a whole little lady up in his kitchen. Her name is Alyssa, and she's cooking for him. She hugs her, and he's like, oh, you made food? Huh, I'm starving. He's an odd one, okay? He's an odd one, okay? So they go in the kitchen, and he's like, is it protein in there? Is it protein? Babe, you got enough protein in that neck and in the arms. It's muscles. It's enough. Okay, calm down. Sit down. I'll make you a plate, babe. Okay, so he sits down and he tells us that him and Alyssa do OnlyFans together. They've had some foreplay. They do threesomes. They basically be getting it in, no strings attached. Okay, so now we see who Max has been dealing with, because I'm sure he wasn't single. So Max he's a bit weird to me. Like, I don't really... Max said Alyssa better not be worried about his relationship with Tara, because, baby, it ain't none of her business. And she better not get territorial, because he ain't got time for it. Well, babe, if you're smashing her, she's bound to catch some feelings. That's how women are. So, sorry to tell you, she's gonna catching feelings. And you letting her play house. You got her in your kitchen cooking. She's standing at the his and her sink with you, getting ready for bed. She's sleeping in his bed. The producers are like, why you got her in your bed? He's like, well, there's not enough room for another bed. Does she have a home she could go to? Like, you basically playing house with her, and then you gonna wonder why she's catching feelings. And you better not let Tara find out, because inmates don't play that, okay? Alyssa said that Max is her best friend. And, you could just tell that she likes him more than he likes her. I don't know why he just won't date her. Y'all already having sex. Anyway, they get in the bed and she's like talking to him about Tara and how she feels about their relationship. And he's like, drop it. Okay? Drop it. Okay, Max. Dang. He takes off his clothes and gets in the bed. And she's like, can you turn off the light? He's like, yeah, I'm going to do that anyway. Oh, the attitude. Anyway, they get in bed and they call it a night. Meanwhile, he's strolling his phone, looking through his messages with Tara. These people are interesting, man. He has a whole beautiful young lady sleeping next to him, and yet and still, he wants an inmate. Is the self-esteem low? Is therapy needed? I think so. I think it will be helpful for them. Moving on, let's talk about Gabby and Chris. So Gabby is on her way in an Uber to go pick up her mom to dress shop, right? But when she gets to her mom's house, her mom is like, I ain't going no damn where, okay? You playing in my face and you wasting my time. I'd rather pull weeds out the ground than go with you to dress shop. Gabby's like, well, fine, I don't need you then. I don't need you. Mom said she's just tired of it. She's tired of her acting like she's going to marry this man and have babies and all this stuff. So Gabby tells her mom that Chris got locked up. Well, he's already locked up, but he got placed in the shoe. Okay. Her mom's like, what's the shoe? And it's basically solitary confinement. And she reads her the letter about him saying, oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. I can't wait to get out. Oh, baby, oh, baby. So her mom's like, oh, you can't be that stupid. And Gabby, she's just spoiled and rebellious to me. I feel like she just really wants to rebel against anything that's supposed to be. I don't really think she likes her mom like that. I think her mom did something to her maybe in the past, and she's just like rebelling. I don't know. So she keeps saying that she's going to marry him and I'm going to have his babies. What's wrong with you? And if you do have his babies and marry him, it's going to be the worst mistake you ever made. Hun. Especially when that little bit of settlement money runs out that you flying through. Okay. Gabby goes to try on dresses with her friends. And her first dress was super sparkly and I didn't really like it. It looked like it wanted to be overwhelming, but it just didn't get to that point. I didn't like it. And the dress was $15,000. So she says her friends ask, who's paying for this dress? And she's like, oh, Chris is going to pay for the dress. She tries on another dress. And the second dress was cute. It was $30,000. And, she decides she's going to buy both of them and spend a good $45,000 on dresses alone. Does she work at all? Like, she's blowing through his settlement money. But does she work? I don't know. So her friends are like, well, how are you going to get the money? And she's like, oh, I'll just call his lawyer and his lawyer will send me the money, write a check, boom, boom, boom. So she's like, I'm going to call his lawyer now. So she goes to call the lawyer and the lawyer tells her that they need authorization from Chris before they write her a check for 45 grand, or I think she asked for 30 grand. So, they need authorization, which makes sense because it is Chris' money. And she throws a temper tantrum. She's like, well, any other time you would give me the money. But the thing about it is they can't reach Chris right now because he's in solitary confinement. So that's why she was so teed off. She probably wouldn't have been as mad if she could just call or wait for Chris to call her and then just tell him the situation. And then he could call a lawyer and then it could be all taken care of. But she can't get to him. All she could do is talk to him through letters as well as probably the lawyer, right? So she's hot. She's teed off. She throws the phone. She's like a 3-year-old throwing a tantrum. And my thing is, she needs a rich man. That's what I think she needs. I don't know why she's dibbling and dabbling in these broke inmates' pockets. He got a settlement, but he's blowing through it. Or you're blowing through it. So how long will it really last? She's like, oh, this is our secret stash. Our secret stash. Is it really a secret? We all know about it. Chris is going to run out of money and then she'll run off from him because she's spoiled and she just wants to have everything her way. Her mom created a nightmare. And I think her mom still pays her phone bill. So how independent are you really, ma'am? So anyway, that brings us to the end of the review. If you enjoyed the review, please give me a like. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and become a kikier, okay? And making sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any of my reviews. Comment what you thought of tonight's episode. Are any of these couples gonna make it? Probably not, but it's entertaining, ain't it, y'all? It's entertaining to me. So until my next review, I will see you then. Ta-ta.